Instagram's the only one I'm waiting on.
We got YouTube.
All right, we're live on Instagram.
Do I need to...
Yeah, I need to do this.
This is so dumb. Sorry, guys. We're live, but the computer is super poopy. And we're getting a delivery of something. I don't know.
Who is it? What do we get?
We just got a ladder.
It's our Halloween special today, guys.
Oh, is it?
I guess.
Is it? Yeah, I guess. We're not in costume.
Happy Halloween!
What's good?
We're back, and it is almost Halloween. Dude, the date on this computer is so wrong. I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah, it's the 30th.
Yeah, I know.
It's the 30th.
I know.
But we have Halloween.
What are you dressing up for Halloween?
I'm dressing up as NATO
Oh, okay.
for Halloween.
Tom will be Mr. NATO for Halloween.
Yeah, I will be doing NATO this Halloween.
This Halloween specifically.
Come
on, YouTube.
I didn't even do anything for Halloween. I've been on the road so much, like I totally almost blanked that it was Halloween.
Yeah, dude. Trick or treating. You gonna open the door?
No.
Happy Halloween, kids.
We actually, my parent, normally for Halloween I'll go over to my parents' house and do trick or treat. But
Trick or treat still.
I do.
Yeah, man. I would free candy. Yeah.
I'm pulling the freaking Mordecai from regular show, where he has the 6 ghosts on a string, and he gets 6 amount candy.
Oh yeah. Oh,
What a
I should
show.
totally do that.
That's what I'm saying.
No, we go over to my parents' house, give out trick or treat. They actually did that this past weekend because they always do it on a weekend, which kind of makes sense. I know some people do it it is on Halloween no matter what, even if it's on a weekday or something.
Yeah, I think it's always on.
We always do, like our township does it, whatever the like Saturday is before Halloween, that's when they always do it.
Oh, so they already did it?
Yeah, they already did it.
Boo, that's not in the Halloween spirit.
No, but I mean, kids have school.
Give
I don't
them
know.
off.
I don't know.
Give them the next day
That
off.
would be, I actually think that would be a good thing. It's such a celebrated holiday. They totally should do that.
Well, I mean, all these darn stores already have Christmas stuff up, so we're already... Thanksgiving is just going to cease to exist soon
That was
enough.
like in Knoxville. Dude, we were leaving the Airbnb Sunday in Knoxville from the MSW game. And we were downtown leaving, walking to the truck to go out of Knoxville. And we're walking, and all the street lights that are like those big ones with the hanging down light already had like candy cane like lighting wrapped around them. And I was like, it's not even November.
I know, it's
like,
ridiculous.
it's not even Halloween yet. I was like, what is this?
Beats me.
I was like, no.
But if you are still into the Halloween festivities, and you didn't know this,
Oh, yeah.
the Amped Airsoft Arena, we have the Escape the Arena event, where it is a haunted house, interactive escape room. Honestly, you just have to try it.
It's great.
It's very cool. You get chased around by the owner of the company. No, but in all seriousness, Kurt has gotten so into it, he's injuring himself every weekend he participates. So if that doesn't tell you...
Kurt's very into it, and which is really good, because he is getting very bruised up doing the antics he does.
Yes. So it's very, very cool. This is, I think, the last weekend to do it, right?
I think so. Yeah, this
Sunday night.
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Come on,
Saturday
Ross,
night.
you're killing me over here.
Saturday night.
I said Saturday.
You said Sunday at first.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, we didn't. I'm not even trying to be a dick.
Oh,
No, we
okay.
didn't.
all right.
I'm not even trying to be an
All
asshole
right,
right
I
now.
heard the wrong
Friday
name.
night's youth night if you're under 15.
Okay, Friday night is youth night.
Oh, yeah, it
So-
is the first Friday in November.
Yup.
That's so weird to me because it's like, yeah, it is. Isn't it the 1st of November is Friday? That's so weird to me.
Yeah. But yes, Kurt is running around, so you can actually,
You can shoot Kurt.
yeah.
You get to shoot the owner of the company.
Saturday is last night, 8 to 11.
Yep.
Thank you, Whoops. Very clear. not tricking me into saying the wrong thing.
He said the right
Play back
thing.
this audio.
Dude, do it. I hope you do.
Andrew, highlight that.
Oh, I mean, you guys are probably right. The other thing going on in this live stream today is we are going to be giving away the Instagram giveaway, which is the SEMA.
We can point to it. I found out we can point to it.
Oh,
You can?
We can point to it. We just can't touch it.
okay.
I found out that we can point to it. We just cannot touch it
So,
or interact with it in any way.
all right. We'll just pretend
Apparently,
that it's not there.
that is kosher now.
Okay.
Apparently.
Good to know.
Let's see if we get kicked.
1:30. You got 20 minutes until you see if you have won this beautiful M-Lock railed AK from SEMA, railed dust cover. I mean, it's ready to rock and roll.
If we do get kicked for some reason off Instagram, YouTube should play along. So if you are missing, if you're trying to find the giveaway at 1:30 and for some reason we get kicked on Instagram, just go to YouTube.
YouTube is great. And then that's from Instagram. Is it closed?
No, you can do it up until.
Yeah, you can do it till 1:30, I think.
So you can still enter until 1:30 to enter for the SEMA AK.
Yep.
So 20 minutes. Get ready. We'll be giving her away. And no, you don't have to be present in the live to win. You will get a personalized message saying that you did win. And then what is it? How long to respond?
24
hours. 48 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
And if you don't respond within that time window, it will move on to the next. But so just keep an eye on your DMs if you aren't still in the live at 1:30, but you're still eligible.
Yes.
Oh man, I got here 10 minutes before, and now I got to go back to class.
Damn.
Come on, baby. You know we start the live at 1 o'clock, 1:03. Pretty consistently.
We're pretty consistent of being around plus or minus 5 minutes. Sometimes.
Usually close.
I hope
Yeah.
to see some of the pretzels handed out. 140 bags is a lot of salt for one Eric.
Yeah, dude, he's been handing them out in the shop.
Yes, we've all gotten our complimentary bag of pretzels. It's like we're on an airplane.
I love pretzels.
I know, me too.
I love pretzels so much.
The Southwest flights have the best
Yes, they do.
pretzels in the world.
Yes, they
I
do.
found them. You can buy them.
Seriously?
I'll send you the link.
Okay.
Yes, they're very, very good.
Do I get that with my purchase of 249?
Sure. Yeah, I'll get you a bag of pretzels. Tom has a newfound obsession with light machine guns. I don't know where he's been for the last 10 years, but he is finally.
I am a small individual. I fully admit that. I am a very small individual, and I did not like the idea of carrying a lot of heavy magazines and stuff. However, I will say that if you're going to an MSW, and the reason I am getting a 249 now is because of Joshy. If you guys don't know, Suck My Cry, Josh. He this whole meme happened right before the last MSW in Tennessee, where we were texting back and forth like, oh, are you going? Are you not going? Figuring it out. And then, the day before, he's like, hey, you're definitely going on Rust 4, right? I'm like, yes, I'm going on Rust 4. He's like, okay, cool. I'm going with these guys. What do you have? I'm like, I'm just gonna run an AK. And he's like, okay, cool. We kind of need an LMG, but cool, that's fine. Run an AK. I was like, well, how bad do we need an LMG? Because we have RPKs, like SEMA RPKs in stock at the shop. And he was like, I mean, if, it would be helpful if you, had an RPK. So me being a meme and just was like, all right, screw it. I'm just going to impulse buy an RPK. Then I ran it this weekend, and oh my God. Especially on an MSW, I feel like more than anywhere else because of how wooded it gets, how into the game people get to the point where sometimes they don't feel the first shot because they're like really into the game, like they get really into character, and just ripping through the brush with an RPK was nuts. And now, like, I'm going to Shally, which is a more urban environment, so I don't need to worry about brush as much. There's some, some forest, but I'm going to be doing NATO. And you just had that crazy thing happen for you where you have a bunch of 249s.
Maybe.
So I'm highly going to acquire a 249.
The 249 is a very, very cool platform, especially, like you're saying, for Milsim West, a lot of the times people kind of, for like your normal Milsim events,
Yeah.
you kind of overlook it because there's so many of them for starters.
Yes, there are. There's a lot of LMGs at a lot of different Milsim events.
But when you have a group of people who are very good at communicating and good at actually moving together in one
Oh yeah,
unit.
dude. Oh yeah.
Having a dedicated LMG that knows what they're doing and is getting communication from your other members, it is an insanely effective
Yeah.
effective platform.
Yeah.
So Tom is very excited.
I'm very, very excited. That kind of made my day last night when I was texting you, and I was like, "Can you bring it in tomorrow?"
Yeah, can you please? I'd really like to see
I've been messing with it all day today. I'm very happy.
Yes, they're very, very cool.
What's weird is I built so many.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've built a ton of 249s. I've just never owned one, and I've always wanted a para.
Yeah.
If I was going to get one, I've always wanted a para. And then talking with the Aussie guys and finding out that you can run a para while doing Aussie kit, I'm like, oh, that's you shouldn't have said that I can do that.
Yeah, the Para's super cool. The only thing I dislike about the Para is how heavy the stock is.
Yeah,
It's the only downside.
that's
in
what
my
we were
opinion.
talking about.
But
I'll deal with it.
yeah, but to carry it around and be able to maneuver it a little bit better, it is still an airsoft gun, so bring it closer.
Yeah.
It's a great layout, all things considered.
Especially since you can use the short barrel, I'm really happy with that.
Throw a suppressor on there. And
Well, and the suppressor that they're using is like this honky dude, so I'm like, it's not really going to be a short barrel at the end of it.
No,
It's going to be
or
the same
light
length. Yeah.
in any way, sense,
No.
or shape, or form.
But you know what? Part of the reason I'm okay with doing it, though, like you've been talking with me about it, like I rucked probably 15 miles this weekend with an LMG, and yes, the RPK is much lighter than it,
Yeah.
but I didn't have a problem as much as I thought I would have a problem rucking around with a much heavier platform than I'm used to.
Right.
And those hills in Tennessee, if you guys weren't at Volga Flank, I think it was called, that AO is very, very hilly. Not like Dario and Balcar, but hilly in its own way and very steep. And I just kind of felt good about my physical capability with it. So I was like, you know what, I think I could do this. That's why I'm getting into it.
Yeah, I mean, proper slings, proper setup. I mean, you can handle it. Very, very cool. You're keeping it in AEG.
Right now, I'm going to keep it in AEG. We talked about it.
Yeah.
You and I were talking about this. I'm going to keep it in AEG for now. I might upgrade it as an AEG because trying to ruck with tanks and having enough tanks to support an LMG or MMG for 40 hours straight, that's a lot of extra weight on top of the gun and everything else that you're taking in to, do the MSW with. If it was for something that wasn't a continuous 40 hours, such as a broken up event like an AMS or, a Gun Gamers event, well, there's this continuous but not the same period.
Level, yeah.
I would probably HPA it. But because I'm doing it specifically for MSW, I don't think I'm going to HPA it.
Alphon asks, okay, but are you single? Stop making excuses.
I'm single for you, buddy.
Me and Tom are together, so you have to...
You can join our trifecta. You can make us a trifecta.
Oh my god. Next question. Put 4 extra tanks in your ruck. There you go. 2 90s on your back, and then 4 extras in your ruck. Dude, look at this guy. He's huge.
No, I'm not. I'm like 140 soaking wet.
Sheesh, dude's huge.
My pale arms.
But yeah, I don't know.
You see that meme of that short guy sitting in that airport with a massive backpack, and someone took a picture of him, and it was like, his backpack to person ratio is
It does not make sense.
It's not right.
That would be me with 4 frickin' air tanks on me.
That's you now. I mean, who knows what else would do to you?
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, that backpack, that ruck I use is so huge.
It's the same one you've always had?
Yeah, that Eberly. Not the first one, not the one I brought to Guardian the first time. I still have that thing.
That was backpack to person ratio was huge.
Here you go. It's not hard. If you were a real LMG man, you would have to carry ammo.
You're right. You're very right. However, I do not have your physique, Alpha.
I'm pretty close.
Sure, buddy. Yeah, definitely. 100%. Yeah, sure.
But no, this is true. Have your squad share the weight, and everyone else can carry an extra tank.
Which I know there are a lot of guys that do that. I have been talking with Dalton and Kev and Joshy, and I think if I am going to do the Aussie stuff with them, then I am going to actually plan it out and be like, okay, do we want to do HPA this thing, and you guys are going to definitely help, we can coordinate, okay, then I'll probably HPA it. Until I, really get those gains going, become the Chad man that Alphonse is, then I don't think I'm taking in 4 tanks.
But yes, tanks are very heavy, but you do gain quite an advantage.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Let's see. We do have. Where am I here? I missed something. I saw it. I'm excited to visit y'all's store next week, coming from Oregon.
Dude, you're coming the whole way from Oregon? Holy crap, that's awesome.
Make sure we're open.
That took me a second to process. I was like, wait a minute, hold on a second.
Yeah, check our hours, or hit us up and make sure we're actually here.
Yeah, because if you're coming in, we are only open retail-wise Thursday to Sunday. And if you want to play, we're only open Friday through Sunday. And then a lot of us are also do a lot of trips, too. So some of us might be here, some of us might not be here.
Yeah, hit us up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ran a featherweight with a backdraft engine for most of Stag Ops.
Yeah, I remember you talking with me about that up at Stag Ops. I mean, I think the backdraft's great. I think the featherweight's good, but like, I do think from an internal perspective, the featherweight has a lot of proprietary stuff with the hop-up that is a little bit of a problem, specifically with the hop-up. The gearbox is actually pretty good, and it's version 2 compatible, so that's really cool. But I think there's a lot of other 249s on the market that do better than it.
I would have to agree. I mean, the featherweight, when it first came out, everybody wanted to HPA them. They
oh,
were
it's perfect. Yeah.
Super lightweight. They filled the LMG platform, and the amount of, like you were saying, compatibility problems and just proprietariness of that gun was a little
pain in the butt. Absolute pain in the ass.
Yeah. So, I personally think if you're gonna gain LMG benefits, you need to have the LMG drawbacks. It's like we were talking about with the shields.
Yes, yeah.
If my LMG weighs less than a Mark 18,
I think this is why I think MSW banned them.
I mean,
I
don't
think
complain
they did.
about
I
that.
don't know.
I don't know.
They did. They
I
might
just
not
think
have.
a million people were running them.
Yeah.
There's just every single AK had a drum mag.
Yeah.
Like RPK-16 Central.
I'm good.
Enough people complain too, so.
Yeah. Oh wow, there's a ton on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, JT's here.
Here's the solution. Instead of 5 different tanks, 1 scuba tank.
Dude, I've seen a team ruck in a scuba tank.
Oh, yeah.
The main thing that I saw this weekend, though, which was just made me so happy with HPA stuff, somebody had the pump of death.
The pump of death is a last-minute.
That was beautiful to me because they literally had it strapped to their ruck, and it was just like they were definitely refilling their tanks with that pump, and I'm like,
the sandwich of death.
dude, that thing was. I can't imagine rucking how much we did. Then you're out of air, and you're like, all right, I'm done rucking. I've set up my camp. Now I'm gonna, pogo stick this thing back into air and try and get more air into this. I'm like,
I remember
props.
Vic talking to me about the pump and saying, like, if you're trying to fill over a 13, just, like,
not
forget
worth
about it.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah, I'm good. I would rather just run around screaming with no airsoft gun than, okay, we're 1/3 of the way done with this 90-45.
I don't think I can do that. No. But we've been talking about a lot about LMGs. I think we skipped a fuck ton of comments. I'm very sorry.
They're pretty relevant. I mean, I've been...
Okay, cool.
We have go medium, run a PKM.
Yes, which if I was going to run a medium, I would pick a PKM. We were having this conversation this weekend, too.
I have a PKP.
No, I'm not buying
Come on, it's a Raptor. It's lighter than...
I'm not running a PKP.
It's only like...
I would run an A&K.
That's what a Raptor is, you dingus.
Yeah, I know. I just don't want a PKP. I want a PKM.
PKPs are sick.
Yeah, but I want a PKM. We were talking about that, though. That if I was going to run a medium, I would do it on Rust 4 because there's not a lot of great options for NATO from good, like, companies that build a decent body for a medium, an MMG for NATO. Like, there's the 240 Bravo from Lancer, but The bodies are not the greatest bodies. There's some other options too, but they are kind of nuts.
Yeah. So what is it? Vic said the Bulgar hop-up was always the game changer in the LMG platform. The OEM, especially the A&K LMGs, were so bad. Yes. My brand new out-of-box A&K 249, literally like the hop-up, the wheel.
Just wouldn't work.
Something cracked, and I was like, oh, sick. And then Vic said, what else did he say? Yeah, go with those CO2 tanks you guys carry. Either the adapter or a good backup air in a pinch for HPA. I wonder how long a 33 gram.
No, the 88.
Oh, right.
With the adapter. That'd be an interesting test to see. Versus a 90-45. Like, see how many we could run through.
Yeah.
The problem with CO2 and an LMG.
Cooldown.
Well, the cooldown, sustained fire from... Like, sustained fire from CO2, you need to give it a little bit of time to evaporate into the gas from the liquid form. And the expansion chamber needs to be bigger and bigger for more sustained fire. So you kind of have to do it in bursts and then give it a second, and then burst and then give it a second. So, it'd be very interesting to see. Like, we should definitely run a test on that.
Well, we just did. The CO2 does not work for LMGs. I tried it.
All right, never mind.
Yeah. So, I mean, it'd be an interesting test. Like you said, I think if you were like, I'm in a pinch, I can do 20-round bursts.
Yeah.
And then I have to give it a breather.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's better than sitting there with your thumb.
Because I noticed that with my 33 Wraith stock on my MTW, if I'm spamming the hell out of it, I definitely lose air efficiency. Just because it doesn't have enough time to, go from a liquid to gas and expand.
Polar Star does not intend to make a larger expansion chamber for LMGs. Already asked.
Yeah, okay.
Burst fire is the true machine gun fire method anyway.
I will agree with that. This weekend I was doing a lot more bursting than just holding the trigger down constantly. It was definitely more suppressive and more effective.
Yeah, no, I mean, I completely agree. Amp should make one. There's a lot of things we should make.
Yeah.
And could attempt to make, but we're drowning over here, Vic. I don't know. Maybe if you stop skateboarding and come help us out, we can get a few more things done.
Yes.
You haven't been improving massively, though. That's quite impressive. Got his kick flip and heel flip.
Yeah,
down.
I saw a lot of skateboarding, not a lot of airsofting.
I know.
Yeah.
Call sign dad, more like skateboard dad.
Oh my god.
That was almost as cringy as the name.
Kick flip into the shop, Vic. I think you should. I saw something up here. I mean, this has been an LMG kind of day.
Yeah.
But everyone's kind of asking about it. So I saw someone mention something about, I've always wanted a Stoner 63.
Interesting. Okay. The Stoner 63 is an interesting one. So the Stoner 63 obviously has a cult following in Airsoft. It's probably one of the most popular LMGs.
Or known about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of hard to get your hands on.
They're definitely hard to get your hands on in the States. There's a lot in Japan and the UK because there's not the same licensing problems. One of the problems, though, is that the Stoner 63, I think, is no longer allowed at MSW. Like the Shrike platforms are not allowed anymore. So the reason I bring that up is because, MSW is not the only event company. Obviously, we go to a ton of different event companies. But I feel like if you're buying a gun, unless you're trying to do certain kits and you want a bunch of guns, if you're trying to get into a platform, the reason I got an RPK and the reason I want a 249 is because I can use those anywhere. And I know that I can use them at an MSW, which is the main place that's going to restrict you based on guns. That being said, the Stoner 63 is one of the best looking and performing LMGs, period. And it has the most aftermarket support.
That's what Great Lakes just said. The amount of 3D printed stuff that has emerged in the last little bit of time for the Stoner 63 has made it the absolute lightest, easiest to wield.
Yes.
And furthest shooting, most efficient. I mean, it's probably not in a bad way, but it's probably the most broken airsoft gun
I'd say it's one of the most broken
It's-
ones. Yeah.
From just a game-the-game regard.
Yes, I would agree.
So-
I would agree.
Doesn't take away from its cool factor or how absolutely neat of an airsoft gun it is. It's a crazy platform. Very crazy platform. Oh. But Stoner 63s are definitely a very, very cool airsoft gun.
Wait, go back to YouTube.
Oh, sorry.
I wanted to see. Oh, okay. I was seeing like JT was posting a lot of stuff on, and he was like, "Just put a finger on." I'm like, "No, I'm not touching the. I'm not breaking the rules." I think he meant the gun behind me.
Poke the AK behind you.
No. I'm trying to see if there's any questions in here other than like there's just a ton of our guys just like talking with us.
Chatting it up.
Yeah.
I think we're chilling. I dream of a PKM with a Daytona.
Yeah,
Daytonas are cool.
I would do the Raptors are no. I would do the LCT if you're gonna do it because, for a Daytona kit. You need something that's beefy. I would not do an A&K body unless you're Loctiting the living hell out of everything. And even then,
I don't know. I'm not a big Daytona person, so I don't really know.
I've run a few Daytonas. They rattle the hell out of a lot of things. So you definitely need to pick the right body when picking what to Daytona. Like I said, I think if you're going to do a PKM, it's going to be the heaviest one, but because it's the heaviest one, it's also reinforced a lot everywhere. I would do the LCT. That one's just going to be probably one of the best ones.
Yep. Get your upper body working out. New Crytax. I'm hoping they really spark my airsoft love again. Any other new fun things or events coming up?
So there's a few different events coming up. We have Arsenal this weekend if you guys are looking to go back to Mutsy and play at a really cool AO. Followed by Sector 7 the next weekend. They're doing one of their events out in Ohio. We also have, the weekend after that, we have another Mutsy event, but it's MSW, Shally. Trying to go through the calendar in my head. I'm just like, I think there's now also there's reindeer games. There's another Brushy Mountain Prison game. There's also then a Crescent State Penitentiary game. Otherworld's Milsim is this weekend. We're not going to that, but that's at Crescent State Penitentiary. If you guys want to go to a Crescent game, which is awesome. And then we
Leave
do
that
have.
open for a second.
What's up? We do have some different games already posted up for the 2025 season. One of the cool ones coming up is the 24-hour raid game that MSW is doing, which I think a lot of people are excited for. It's going to be in North Carolina.
Oh, that'll be sick.
That's going to be in January.
Wow.
Yeah, so that'll be a cold weather game. It'll be an interesting game, especially in North Carolina. And
we don't do many games in North Carolina.
no, we really don't. And then we have the California game in February, and Gun Gamers in February as well.
Well, New Mexico is officially not about to be our longest trip.
I'm gonna die doing that trip.
California.
I'm probably gonna break in that truck.
Oh my god, I couldn't even. It's like unfathomable.
Well, the way we're doing it is we're leaving on Sunday.
That's first in Amped Airsoft history.
We're leaving on a Sunday to go there, and then we're gonna get there like Wednesday. So we're gonna try and do it in 4 days, and then Thursday's basically just like we're off the clock. We're not doing any work. We're just hanging out in LA to literally reset from that drive, and then go do the event, hang out with everybody in California because we never get to do that, especially with the trailer, and then after the event, reset again, just like completely reset before we hit another, 4-day drive.
Woo!
That's gonna be a long one.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys. So it
it's
is
1:30.
time for the giveaway. So if you guys didn't know, we have been giving away a lot of airsoft guns, and all you have to do is enter them via YouTube or Instagram. They do vary between the two platforms, and it's super easy, free, and you get a free airsoft gun sent out to you if you win. So this one was for Instagram. This is the SEMA beautiful AK sitting behind me with an M-Lock rail. Rail dust cover, folding stock. It's a very nice airsoft gun. So this is your chance. Eric, did you do the thing?
Rigged. Rigged.
This guy, woo! You'll be getting a DM momentarily.
That's our test.
DB
010900.
All right.
There you go.
free toy gun.
There is our giveaway winner. And you saw it happen live here on the Instagrams.
Definitely not rigged.
If you want to write that in the Instagram comments, I'll pin it.
I gotcha.
And there you go. Oh, rigged.
It's always rigged.
And then when you win, you're going to be like, oh, wow.
Well, whenever you win, we'll say it's rigged and redraw.
Yeah, so if
Write it
anyone,
down. Write down who said rigged.
everyone who has said it's rigged, we've written their names down.
You're
You
out.
cannot win.
And then now you're out.
You are out
You're done.
forever.
You get, see? You're out. Sorry. Done. You will be getting a DM if you did win. I forget the name already.
It's this.
Oh, Eric's typing it into the...
DV010900.
So, seriously though, we
They
are
won.
giving away a lot of stuff. I mean, what's next on the docket? Do you guys know?
Probably a silverback product.
Silverback.
So, you hear it here first. The live is always the
Yep.
home of unspoken information. A silverback rifle, MDR Micro. Wow.
So like a $600 gun.
will be given away.
Yeah.
And so just keep watching, keep entering.
Keep an eye on our YouTube for that one.
Keep an eye on our YouTube, yep. And you know what they say, one spin away and you'd win. Just one more time.
One more time, man.
Just another.
One more time.
And you
Luckily, we don't promote gambling because we don't make you pay for it.
dude, just one more spin,
Just one
you'll
more spin,
win.
man. You'll win it
win.
all
Like
back.
the people mining. And it's like,
Oh, yeah.
You're one spin away. and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Oh, it's the
all-
diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He turns back, one spin away.
And I think the people that sit the slot machine.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like a touch screen. They're just like mentally.
They're just
trying-
like trying to get
It's
it.
like whenever you go bowling, you do this to the ball. People are doing like this on the slot machine, trying to get it. You're like, what the fuck?
I just look over to you and I'm like,
I know.
what are you doing over there? Let's see. Tom's checking his phone during the live. How rude.
Well, somebody told me to check the phone.
I know.
Thank you, Ross.
Will Amped carry the new Crytek Mark III replicas?
Yes, we will.
There you go.
Yeah, we will be carrying those. Evike is the Crytek distributor for the U.S., so when we place our next Evike order, they should be on it, if not the one after that.
We also have favorite model of AK. Mine is just the standard AK 105. I feel like it is the most versatile and it is the most adaptable to scenarios that you would find yourself in.
Favorite model of AK?
Yeah, definitely 105.
74U.
74U is a good pick.
74U is my favorite just because it's so maneuverable. And for Airsoft, like, that change in barrel length really doesn't matter that much.
No.
As far as performance goes, but the 74U just is awesome. Don't put a million attachments on the front of it and weigh it down and hate your life.
Don't do that.
I would never do that.
Tom, will we be carrying the new Wolverine MTW shotguns?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Okay.
we've been pretty involved with them from like the beginning of it with how it's been. Obviously, we didn't have any like say in the development of it, but we talk a lot with Wolverine. We talk a lot with Polar Star. We've been looped in a lot of how that development's been going, and now that they're going to be available quite soon, if not already available, they will be coming into our store very shortly. If you want one, you have to be very quick when they get in. Everybody is going to buy them. They're crazy good.
Go take your mom's credit card and buy a Wolverine
Gen
shotgun. Gen 12.
The Gen 12.
Don't actually do that. We'll have to cancel your order.
Yeah, we have that happen, actually.
Many times. Yep. Don't do that. The new Crytek Mark III. Any info on the MOSFET and micro switch trigger? Question mark.
Not as of yet. Once we get one in and I tear it apart, I will be giving you guys probably a full rundown because I know it's a pretty popular one, so we might do a full teardown video on it and go from there.
What's the price point on them?
The Crytek's?
Probably the Gen 12s.
Oh, the Gen 12s? Not a clue yet. I don't think that has been released yet. Like, I know they've done a big media push, but I don't think they have released the price yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I would guess around 1,000 if I were to have to take a
I think
various.
it's going to be 1,200.
Oh.
In my head, again, like we talked about, it's based on the 308 MTW.
Oh yeah, we
low
did have that
receiver,
conversation.
And that's about $1,000. I
Right.
think it's going to be more than that, which with licensing and everything
Would make sense.
I think it's going to be around $1,200 to $1,400 if I'm thinking about it properly, based off the 308's price.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably going to be more.
Get PayPal credit ready, gang.
Yeah. Go into debt for Airsoft. We definitely don't do that here.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The amount of stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff I've been like, I can't pass this up. I'll never get the chance again.
3 M249s.
And then it doesn't matter in the end anyway, so, you know. Oh. Apparently Evic. Really?
Oh, all right. Evike has the price up for it, actually. It is $1,100 after tax. We're going to double check that.
Yeah, Evic does have it up.
Gen 12.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to what you guys were talking about.
No, you're good.
Thanks, Eric.
I was DMing our man.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Claim his
It is
prize.
going to be $1,100. That's awesome.
It's actually cheaper than I was anticipating.
I know, I'm not gonna be buying. I wasn't gonna buy this.
That is cheaper than I was thinking it was going to be. That's awesome. Yeah, so $1,100 after before tax.
There you go, gang. 1,100 bones. I have 30. Oh yeah, the good Family Guy reference. I have $30,000 in credit card debt. Yeah. Well, boys, I'm out. Have a great day and be safe. You as
All right.
well, my friend.
Thanks, man.
You're like clockwork. Is that good? Is what good, Vic? Be more specific.
Your scanning skills? No.
Woo! Yeah, baby. That's what I've been waiting for.
Awesome.
Ross, will this mic pick me up if I go grab something? Okay. I need to grab a Red Bull.
You can leave it here.
No, I'm going to take it just in case we hear
Can
anything
you grab
funny.
me one?
I think I only have one.
Come on.
I'll check if
Come
I have
on.
two.
Grab me a Red Bull.
Grab me
Alright.
one too.
All right, we're going to keep rolling while he's not here. You're stuck with me now. Let's see here. DVAC price on that replica. Yes, it's $1,100. I actually think that's pretty reasonable. I'm actually kind of shocked that that's what it is. Let's see what else we have. Looking through the YouTube stuff right now.
Sorry, gang. I only had one.
Damn.
But you know what it is?
We might have
The-
to redraw the prize.
Why? Is it a bot?
It's not a bot, but it's like an account that cannot receive messages from outside sources.
We'll give them 24 hours, and then if they're not...
Well, they're not going to get a message. It's
Ah.
like literally saying like I can't, like the bottom.
Well, maybe he'll reach out to us. Give
Or
him
maybe he'll
24
watch the
hours to
live
see.
We'll get
And
some
then-
time. But if that gun's still there by next live, it's being given away next live in addition to whatever we're doing next week.
Okay.
All right.
Have you tried this one yet?
No.
You want to?
Yes.
First sip?
Yes.
All right. This is the new winter edition Red Bull. I have been so happy about it. It is fantastic. It's ice vanilla berry. If you guys aren't on the Red Bull train, hop on. It's leaving the station because it's fantastic. Now Tom's gonna give his honest live taste test on this one. I don't think he's gonna like it. It's open, by the way.
Iced vanilla berry.
Artificially flavored.
Everything's artificially flavored.
Well, that's sweet. Oh god, that's really
Come on, give her a
sweet.
try.
I don't want to.
Yeah, you're gonna do it. Everyone wants to see you taste it.
This
You might like it.
I will try it.
Yeah.
Can I point out that this just literally smells like the most basic chapstick ever.
What?
Just smell that. Tell me it doesn't.
I drank like 8 of these already.
It smells like the most
No.
basic chapstick
No.
ever.
No. Honest opinion. I mean, seriously, come on.
It's too sweet.
Yeah, Tom doesn't like sugar. I do.
It's like it's like a vanilla root beer like a root beer soda. It's like
Now, if I tell you something, what it tastes like, and if you had any childhood, it'll blow your mind.
yeah.
Trix yogurt.
Trix yogurt. I don't know.
It does have a yogurt taste, like a smoothie taste.
Like, has a little hint of Trix yogurt.
Tom's just like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, you didn't get me one, so I'm just like, oh, well, you know, I gotta try that. You know,
Tom-
we brought another good point up. Let me.
Tom's the guy where he eats like 3/4 of his meal at a restaurant. He's like, you know, I didn't really like this.
The guy at the wine tasting who's just like, you're supposed to spit it out?
I've done that.
You're like, what's this jar for? What's this bowl for?
That's
Tom doesn't like sugar because he is the sugar.
yeah.
It's like that regular show episode.
Yeah, I am the sugar.
Come on, Rigby, give me some sugar. Give Don some sugar!
Now.
Now! You give Don sugar or you're fired! That show made me cry when it ended. I don't know if you guys were into that show, but it was so good. I was like,
Heroes by David Bowie playing.
It was so-
Tears are streaming down your face. Pops is dead. Sorry, I ruined it. Spoiler alert.
it's been out for a
Show's
very
been out
long
since I
time.
was in middle school, so I don't.
Pops
really
is
care.
dead.
Pops deceases because he saves the universe.
It was anything
Isn't he
but
like
regular.
fighting the anti-pops or something?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Great show. So, out of 10, what would you give this one?
I would continue to drink it. So probably like a 6.
That's fair.
But I'm also a caffeine whore, so you know I'm a little biased. Out of all the Red Bulls, it's like a 2.
Really?
I
Alright.
I think I've tried every single one you've given me, and most of them I'm like, oh no, I could drink that one. That one, it's just too much vanilla.
You never had the last year's or 2 years ago winter edition.
No.
It literally tasted like Black and Milds in a can.
What?
It was amazing.
It was
What?
it was foul.
No.
Yeah, it was very bad.
That's just.
yeah, not a good
It's
one.
it's like vanilla root beer, honestly. Like if I had to equate it to anything, it's like vanilla root beer.
yeah, I think it's great.
It's not.
I don't know where I would rank it. Like,
As far as like compared to other Red Bulls, it's like a 2.
Vanilla root beer? You mean cream soda?
Yeah, like cream soda. But like,
vanilla root beer.
I don't know. I don't drink root beer. I don't drink soda. I don't know these things.
Got wet.
Vanilla root beer. Anyway,
Hi.
next one.
Hi, I don't drink soda.
I don't drink soda.
Whew. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh goodness, I closed. the tab.
Machu Picchu.
Anyway, oh no, bro. Best character, one of the best characters.
Who's ready for chaos next week? Regardless how, I'm not even addressing that one.
Buy Airsoft stuff.
Yeah, buy Airsoft things. I'm
Um,
not even addressing that.
We don't do the P word on the live.
I don't do it. Period.
Me neither.
I hate it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yep. We don't talk
I hate
about
it.
that. We love you, Great Lakes, but we're not
Yes.
gonna dive into that one. How you doing, gents? Hope y'all are doing good. Bolt Bash looked insane. Thanks, Wes, for my little surprise. Not a problem, my friend. Not a problem. Let's see. Want to make sure that we are actually doing all the questions here, but I think
Oh, I know, we were going off on LMGs for a minute there.
Where do you get YouTube? What's that on YouTube?
There's a lot on YouTube, but it's
That
like
was just
it's just like
conversation.
JT and Bubba talking to each other.
There's a couple.
what the best GBB AK?
There's that one. There's another one down at the bottom.
Best GBB AK is probably the GHK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no one really comes close to that one, unfortunately. What is that? Y'all consider doing a review on the 6mm Pro Shop?
Staccatos, the 2011s, like the high capos.
Oh yeah.
I
I shot a real staccato.
haven't.
Probably not. I mean, I don't see ourselves doing it.
We don't normally care. We only do really reviews on the stuff we carry. We don't really get a lot of 6mm Pro Shop in. We can look into it for you though. If you guys really want us to take a look at any gun. Like if you guys have one that's like, hey, I'm interested in that, just DM us or hit us in the live and we'll look into it for you.
Maybe we'll look into doing like a public poll of like different guns.
I think that'd be a good idea.
A big public.
Yeah.
Vote on like we'll pick like 10 different guns and do like a bracket. Whoever wins, we'll give away after a review and this that the other thing.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So
Great Lake says, "Don't take the bait." No bait.
No.
No bait.
I'll take the bait. Okay.
Yeah, Eric will.
Eric would love to.
Eric would love to.
I thought about going to my other account and like joining the live.
Yeah, that's all we need to get a. Well, it might get the analytics up.
Oh, it probably would get the analytics up.
Engagement is crazy.
Oh my god. Oh, that was like okay. So we did a post. I think it was like last week or something. It was just the post got so much engagement. We're like, oh, that's great. And then we go and look. It's just these two guys fighting with each other in the comments. It has nothing to do with the post at all.
It was like two speed softers fighting over like what form of speed soft is better, and then they just got personal.
Yeah, and then it just started getting.
Oh my
it
God.
turned into a Reddit, like a complete Reddit like side tan. You were like,
Oh, I love Reddit.
it was so funny, dude. If you guys aren't aware, we do read most of the comments on most of our posts, just because some of it's just complete comedy.
It's quite entertaining. What's the best way to make a Kythera DMR as quiet as possible? Fart flaps.
Fart flap, and actually we mean that. If you don't know, it's very hard to get a pre-foam filled suppressor in the U.S. nowadays because it is ATF is big bad. That's not okay.
I'll tell you a secret way to do it, but you can go first.
When you go to make your gun quieter at all, you generally do want a longer barrel and you do want some type of suppressor at the end of it. Preferably foam filled. The more foam you can fit past the end of your inner barrel, the more dampening you're going to have. Then the next level of that, past the foam, is what is called a fart flap.
Yeah, we're serious.
Like we're not even kidding.
It's a real thing.
So what you do is you take either Gorilla Tape, Gaffer's tape, whatever.
Hockey tape is
Hockey
pretty
tape.
easy.
Hockey tape's actually really good. So something that's kind of like more of a fabric-y tape that's gonna hold up. And what you do is you put it on the end of the suppressor or the end of the inside of the cap of the suppressor. Generally is preferred.
Like literally cover the exit hole of your suppressor with tape.
That you can't, like the BB would not be able to get through it. And then you cut an X in it.
With a razor blade.
And you just have the BB go through, and all it is now is it's just kind of like...
It's creating the absolute smallest diameter for the BB to exit the end of the suppressor.
Yeah.
And thus keeping all of that crack noise that you get from your airsoft gun from escaping.
Now, the Kythera will have a little bit of extra noise to your ear, but not downrange because of the mechanical trigger and the mechanical valves. But downrange, the guy you're firing at won't be able to hear it. It will sound loud to you, and if you have a guy standing next to you and you're in a bush or something, they might be able to hear you pull the trigger, but downrange, they are not going to be able to hear you. It's like one of the most underdone things that people don't really think about to do.
I agree.
Yeah.
The other thing, if you don't want to have to source foam, or you have a suppressor that you can't necessarily take apart because some of them are just hollow.
Yes.
And you can't take them apart. Something that I suggest is grabbing an old inner barrel that you have and taking either a Tech T silicone, lubricant, anything that's tacky, that doesn't just slide right off, and coat the barrel in your Tech T.
Yeah.
And then you insert your barrel through your suppressor off the gun, and then leave just enough space to fill the suppressor with expanding spray foam.
Yeah, that's another way to do it. Yeah.
And then let it
Cure.
cure, and then the Tech T on your barrel will allow it to slide right out.
Yep.
And you have a perfectly straight path for your BB to go through on suppressors that you can't necessarily take apart because sometimes they're just like either impossible or they don't want to.
Yeah, and a little extra step on that is when the foam cures, it's going to be very smooth and kind of ribbed. What another little extra step is, foam likes to dampen a lot better than just smooth surfaces. Smooth surface reflects sound and light. You can take a rat tail file and hit just the edges of where your BB would be at, and it will actually help with the sound dampening as well.
Yeah, it's quite an intricate process.
It's like intricate, but the difficulty level's like
Low.
very low.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not just like put an airsoft suppressor on it. It's super quiet.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah.
Do we still have the Laylax kits?
We did have the Laylax kits for a while. I think we are having more come in, but with the advent of a lot of suppressors coming into the U.S. and not being able to take the caps off of them anymore, we don't stock them a lot. The main thing that I would tell somebody to do, though, is if you're trying to make one that is foam-filled, I would get one that is able to take a tracer unit from the factory, or it's it's designed to have a tracer inserted into it. Then it has to come apart to put the tracer into it, which is how a lot of companies have been getting around it.
Right. It has an intended purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you get some soundproofing foam panel. Like literally get one pack off of Amazon. It's like $15, and they come they're like this big of panels, but you will just cut little holes and stack them on top of each other, and then use that.
And then if you want a really easy way to put a hole through the center of it, soldering iron.
Yeah.
Just poke a hole.
Do that outside. For the love of God,
please.
do that outside.
Very
Somewhere very well
well
ventilated.
And a mask. That stuff is horrid.
Yeah, it will burn the hell out of your nostrils.
Yeah, and God knows what it's doing to your lungs.
Yeah.
But regardless, those are some easy ways to make your
Arts and crafts.
Kythera very quiet. And yes, the longer barrel will play into the kind of like the how would you describe it? How the sound sounds.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna change the tone.
Pitch,
Yeah,
tone. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. So yeah, the longer your barrel, like my 74M with a PDIK, very
That's
quiet.
quiet as hell. Yeah.
Long barrel, long suppressor, foam, fart flap,
Yep.
mechanical, very quiet. The PDIK, I will say, is a very quiet engine by itself.
Yeah.
Even that Galil, with nothing on the end,
Yeah.
doesn't have a crack.
Yeah.
It's like a...
The PDIK is probably that, and I want to say the
Gen 2. Inferno Gen 2.
the Reaper actually is quieter than the Inferno, just because of the way it's designed. And the N7, but the N7's a little bit louder than those two.
The N7 has that very distinct, like...
Yeah,
Like-
it's the valve, how that valve operates.
But the PDIK doesn't. It has a similar...
It's a very similar valve, but for some reason it's not as loud. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but it's a very quiet
I have to
engine.
bring that gun in and show you,
I really
dude.
want to see it because you were sending me photos of that this weekend, and I was like, "Damn it, he actually did it." I was like waiting for you to just give up on it. I'm like, "Damn it,
Give up! PDIK and the
actually
Galil.
did it."
Yeah.
I can't believe you found mid caps for it. That's shocking to me.
Yeah, it was very... I think it was literal luck of the draw.
If you own a Galil and you have tried to use it, one of the hardest things is finding mid caps for it. He found like 6.
I bought 7 of them.
Yeah, like 6 or 7 of them on e-bike had them randomly. It's like that never happens. Oh, they still have them.
Those are King Arms ones.
Go to the 130. Yeah, because isn't there an ICS Galil and the King Arms Galil?
And a SEMA, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Maybe I bought the wrong ones.
Yeah, because you said they weren't feeding properly.
Good words.
You think you bought the wrong one?
Yeah.
Do they have the right ones?
I don't know. I have to check my order and see which ones I bought. But either way. Yeah.
Big womp womp.
But great stuff. Okay, it just takes me right to that page.
Yeah,
I'll look later.
yeah.
Very interesting. Does the actual tuning on the Kythera also affect the sound?
Not a lot. The main thing that would affect the sound is the metering screw for how fast the nozzle moves. But the main sound from the Kythera that you're going to hear is the sears resetting and releasing. You will hear the pop from the nozzle of the air coming through, which, like I said, the metering screw, because it affects the speed of the travel of the nozzle, it can affect the sound a little bit. Overall, a lot of the tuning on that is mainly about how the trigger feels and not how the air flows through the unit. So there's not a lot of that's going to affect the tuning. Not really. The metering screw maybe, but even if you put some washers in to affect the dwell capacity of the Kythera, it's really not going to affect it that much. Right. PSI, however, can affect on any HPA engine the sound. The more PSI, the more pressure, the louder it's going to sound when it opens and closes that valve because it's really pressurized. So the lower PSI you can run at, the quieter it's going to be as well.
Yeah. And then last one, because we edited this 2 o'clock. Is KWA still good? I haven't played in years.
KWA is great, but it's still just as proprietary as it always was. However, they have made it a little bit more third-party compatible with certain MOSFETs, such as a Gate Titan. You can put into a lot of KWAs now. But there's still a lot of proprietariness that you can't change around. However, their performance out of the box is one of the best out of the box. And some of their feature sets are very valuable, such as felt recoil, empty mag detection, and a bunch of different things they've done with their hop-up setup and their body quality, I think makes it a very, very valuable buy nowadays, especially with allowing for third-party upgradability out of the box. It's not how they used to be if you haven't played in a while. KWAs nowadays are actually pretty on par with VFC and Crytek, which is pretty much the two bigger brands as far as quality goes for price. Just keep in mind that it's going to be more proprietary for upgrading than a Crytek or a VFC.
Yeah.
That's my take on them.
But very good out-of-the-box guns. You definitely won't have any trouble on the field.
No, you definitely won't. They're very good guns.
But all right, guys, that is going to wrap up the Lunchtime Live. If you didn't know, we do this every single week from 1 to 2 p.m. here on Instagram, YouTube, and I think Twitch.
Yep.
So come back next week with your questions, and in the meantime, have a great day.